fame, respect, I need fast life, baby dream, no sleep, money, fame, respect, I need fast lane.
More than 1/3, 36% of American workers are delaying or canceling major purchases like a home or car due to their feelings about job security, according to the new survey. All right, why is this? Well, most American workers are confident about job security, but 33% aren't. In comparison, 27% now say they are either somewhat concerned or very concerned about job security because of the economy and AI. They think their job is possibly going to go away due to AI. Nearly 1 in 3 workers more concerned about job security now than 6 months ago. Yep, becomes more and more prevalent as the economy tightens up. Company performance and AI are top reasons for job insecurity. Roughly 3 in 10, 30%, workers are concerned about job security, cited their company's performance as their primary reason. You could be with a big Fortune 500 or a mom and pop. We're all getting hit the same, right? So currently the most cited reason for job security concern is the impactful or artificial impact of artificial intelligence, followed by government restructuring efforts. You know, whether you like to talk about the fraud and all that, it is putting a dent in the economy, right? I mean, it's hitting California pretty hard considering the fact that billions of dollars were going into the economy some way, some form. And yeah, it's not good that they were defrauding the government and our tax dollars, but that was going towards buying houses and buying impactful, like large purchases, right? Not for it. I think it's abhorrent that they do it. I think the massive amount of fraud that's being unraveled is going to affect the economy, the 4th largest economy in the world, which is California, right? So I think there's a lot of stuff going on there too, right? A slim majority of American workers have emergency fund and housing payments. I mean, you know, in real estate, you go through dry periods and you figure it out. You learn after 23 years that you have, I know that there's business coming in, but it might be 3-4 months before I get a close. So you just have to deal with it, right? You just have to deal with those closes as time goes by and put the money away. And oh my God, you make so much. No, you don't make a ton of money, but you also have taxes and you have to pay your broker and you have professional dues and you have covering costs. You have to do marketing like what I'm doing right now. So the point is you can live below your means, not go on vacation. And sometimes you don't go on vacation for a year. You take that money and you put it towards an emergency fund because you didn't over the last couple of years. So if you have questions about how to save money and all that, we have another podcast called Financial Intelligence, and you're very welcome to go see it. It's on YouTube. I'll put it into my blog so you can come and jump on it and take a look at it. But it goes through all things from investing and things that I didn't know, where I have my banker, I have a financial advisor, I have accountants come in and we ask them questions and then just learn stuff. And it's all about that. So yeah, we could all use that. Best ways to save money on a bathroom remodel. Well, here's the thing. Don't change the footprint. That's going to be a big thing, primarily because if you do any movement change, any structural change, it might require a permit. I'm not a contractor. I'm not giving you contracting advice or permit advice. I'm just saying it might require a permit. If you replace a toilet or a sink, it depends on your jurisdiction. So you have to call your people. So how do you know? You call up a plumber, you call up a contractor, or you call up the permit department saying, hey, I'm thinking about doing this to my house. Does it require a permit? And if it does, then you're going to be spending a lot more money on that. Just keep that in mind, right? One permit could do an entire footprint or an entire bathroom remodel, but just be aware that sometimes it might require a permit. If you move plumbing or structural or cabinets or whatever, is going to cost you more. So if you don't like the way it looks, you think the toilet should be there instead of there, or the shower should be that much bigger, or you could have 4 boxes for cabinets instead of 3, you might be looking at more cost. Give yourself time and be patient. I've done multiple bathroom remodels in my life. They're not difficult. They're just trying to take time. And you do have to be patient because while you might tear out a cabinet and put new cabinets in, you still have to wait for somebody to come in with the counter, unless you're doing the counter yourself. And then if you're going to do tile, you have to tear out the tile and then set the tile. You put your subfloor in there and make everything done. You do the tile, and you have to wait. And it's going to take a couple days for it to wait. That means you can't use the bathroom until that's all done. And then you have to grout it and you have to polish it and you have to seal it and you have to do all this stuff for it. So you give yourself some time. And if you're doing it yourself, you're doing it at nights and weekends, and it's going to take a little bit longer than if you had a DIY, a contractor coming in to do it. Refinish instead of replace. This taking the cabinets, replacing the doors and the drawers and the pulls and the little roller things, replace all of that, repaint it, and you're saving money. It's going to cost you about 60% of what it would be to replace the boxes, but it's still something to think about because you're saving money if you're okay with the old wood, the old boxes, the old format of how that's set up. And again, be realistic with what you can do. YouTube is an amazing instructor. Pretty cool, pretty amazing stuff. So just keep this in mind that you can do this, right? Let's give Jamie a big 5-star because this is a good article. I do the project management. I don't necessarily swing hammers anymore. I'm not afraid to, but it just doesn't make sense for me to do the hammer swinging stuff anymore. I come in and I manage the project for you as a real estate professional, kind of acting like a general contractor, but you're not paying me because I'm not a general contractor. And I bring bids and I manage time, I manage all that stuff, but I also do clean out. I also handle the estate sale and all that other stuff. So if you have a house that's coming up that your parents are leaving behind and you don't want to keep it, or even if you want to move into it and you need to do some remodeling, then that's what we do. Let me know. Happy to help you on that. Cupertino house of the week. Remember what I say about location, right? Cupertino. Oh, they have great schools. Oh, it's close to Apple. Oh, they're really expensive. $3 million for a 3-bedroom house. Okay, that sounds right. This is built in 1968. We'll go into it in a second, but I wanted to point this out. Location, location, location. Right on 2 freeways. You are going to get not only a lot of noise, motorcycles and a bunch of traffic running through back and forth, you're going to get a lot of dust. And I know it might feel like you're far away from it, but you're still going to be getting dust and dirt and hazardous materials. So $3 million for a house in Cupertino, I don't think it's a good buy for this because of the location. It might be in great condition. It has a pool, look, and then you have a big backyard that you can use, but it's been lipsticked, frosting on a cake. See, and you can tell because they have this thing right here. That should be a pony wall. That fireplace is old, OAF. The kitchen looks nice, nicely remodeled. That's nice. Let's take a look. Yeah, so it's a pretty house, $3 million. But I guarantee you're going to be dealing with chemicals. Looks like it's a big bedroom. Looks nice. I tell you, a staged house looks so much better. So good for you. Did they do a floor plan? Yay, they did a floor plan. Thank you for doing that. Nice. 1, 2, 3. And you can turn this into your family room, dining room, open that up. But then I would close this off and make it into a 4th bedroom / office / whatever. And the reason why I would do that is because you get a lot more out of a 4-bedroom than you do a 3-bedroom. That's just me. This is Willow Glen house of the week, $3 million, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, built in 2020 to 2,700 square feet. And it's walking distance to downtown Lincoln Ave. Let's take a look at the pictures. This is nice. This is a pretty house, but it's brand new, right? I mean, people bought the land, tore down the house, put this on there. This is kind of funky looking. And let's see, they have a detached garage. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but that's old school. That's old world right there. You have a little patio hangout here. There you go. All right. And then this is luxury home of the week, $25 million for Polomus, not my listing. This is in Atherton, 8-bedroom, 9 and 2.5 baths. 11,000 square feet, 1.4 million or 1.4 acres, built in 1922. This one looks familiar, but I don't think I've seen it. That's some old school charm. That's a lot of dark wood right there. So this is a coffered ceiling, I think. This is a tray ceiling, coffered ceiling. The difference is coffer has all the little woodwork inside there, and a tray ceiling, this has a lot of, so I'd argue this is more like a tray ceiling. That's funky looking, but yeah. And that's your basement, which is still nice. I don't know, it feels low to me, but what do I know? There you go. All right, no floor plan, that's okay. If you're going to be buying a house soon, download this checklist. It allows you to go multiple houses and allows you to see compare and contrast the differences between each house that you go to because it kind of blends in. And I designed this so that when you go to 5 or 6 houses, you can go and take a look at every little nook and cranny, write it down, write the notes, and It gives you a little blast to go, oh yeah, I need to look at the windows, I need to look for cracks, I need to look at the air conditioner, what have you, so you know what you're buying. The market's just kind of trending and slowing down right now. So Santa Clara, we're at 21 days on average for a house, and we've sold $5 billion worth of real estate so far year to date in 17 weeks. And then the average sales price in Santa Clara County is 2.4 and in San Mateo is 2.8.